Oh, I guess we're live.
There we are.
There,
Happy
excellent.
Mocktail Monday.
Just a minute. and
Okay, we're
I
going
launch
live
it.
on Facebook too.
Hello.
Oh my gosh, this is so weird and exciting.
I guess it's the two of us.
We're going live simultaneously on Facebook and YouTube. It's so odd.
It's interesting. It's different. We'll see how many
We'll see
comments
what
pop up.
happens. I don't
suppose
know.
this is the usual time for us to be broadcasting this
Right.
episode, but it's usually not a broadcast. It's usually just an edited episode. So it's different.
know.
It's a little something else.
So odd.
Uh-huh.
We've got both of our phones up there.
Yeah.
It's
The big two.
very weird.
Yeah,
And we're backward. Like on one of them we're backwards and one of them we're forwards. So
This is true. I think like that one over there actually has the correct orientation for the text. So just don't show any text, and we'll be perfectly fine.
I'll try not to show any text. Hi, Mom.
Yes.
You're the first one here.
Linda
So
Patterson is watching.
we're trying to simultaneously do this on both YouTube and Facebook. We'll see what happens. But
You have to
anyway,
catch comments both places.
okay. Well, I don't think we have any comments yet anywhere. So anyway, happy Mocktail Monday, Daniel. Hello.
Hey there.
I hope you got a holiday today for Martin Luther King Jr. Day.
Yeah, I did. That's why I'm here.
I know, that's why Paul's here and we're able to do this live. We didn't announce that we were doing this because we'll see what happens. We're doing this simultaneously live on both YouTube and Facebook. And since we don't have our special camera yet that will allow us to do that, we're doing it on two phones. So
Clumsy,
Anyway.
but so far it's working.
anyway, we'll see. Happy Mocktail Monday. So, and we're doing two today. Paul's doing one and I'm doing one.
Hello. So there we go. You see, that's the
So-
big 2 for 1. Not only 2 broadcast platforms, but 2 cocktails.
I know.
Actually, mocktails. I'm so used to saying that from the typical live broadcast.
I know.
But this
I
is
know.
all-
I
this
don't
is
even
all
know where to
mock.
look. I don't even know which camera to look at.
And you'll just look to the center or look at
I'll
the
just kind of
tripod,
look between the two.
and you're just
But
great.
anyway, happy Mocktail Monday. So I am going to make one called Pineapple Princess.
Mhm.
And those of you who are familiar with Annette Funicello probably are very familiar with this song. It's on her Hawaiianette album. So for the Pineapple Princess, first I'm going to ice my shaker. And we don't have any tongs,
Nope.
so I'm just dropping the ice on the floor. All right, that's good. So I'm going to start with 1.5 ounces of pineapple juice.
Oh, here we go. This thing finally popped up.
All right, oh good, something worked.
Yeah.
Yay, okay, so 1.5 ounces of pineapple juice. Oh, I forgot some lime. Can you give me a little bit of lemon juice,
We
please?
got somebody watching. That's great.
Oh, awesome. Hello. Thank you for joining us on this Mocktail
Do
Monday.
you have any squeezed, or are you doing a squeeze?
Just give me a little dollop of whatever.
Oh, the thing. All right. So once you pour that,
So I'm
I'll
going to
take that.
do pretty much 1/3 ounce of grenadine.
okay. You want to get past that
Thank
to
you.
me,
And
and
Paul's going to go grab me some lemon juice because I
choose
forgot.
lemon.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Yep.
Okay. So anyway, I expect this to be really good. This is Pineapple Princess, a mocktail for this Mocktail Monday, and it's inspired by the Annette Funicello song "Pineapple Princess." So far we've got 1 ounce. And hi, Laura. Hope you're having. Oh, I hope you're having a marvelous Monday too. Thank you. So I'm starting with 1.5 ounces of pineapple juice, and I did about 1/3 ounce of grenadine, and let's add some lemon juice. About 1/2 ounce of lemon juice.
I like how she just reaches out and suddenly it's there.
Like magic. Okay, shake that up. Strain into your cocktail glass. Oops, that was a little splashy.
Mmm.
And then I'm going to top with some ginger ale. Got a chilled ginger ale right here. And add a little splash to. All right, well we'll call that a fill.
Hey, Phil.
Fill with your ginger
Little
ale.
ginger.
Okay, and let's try this. The Pineapple Princess.
Mm-hmm. Well, you were saying you expect this to be good. as if we don't do this regularly.
It is good.
And it's probably going to like just nail it shut. For among other things,
It's good.
because of the use of pineapple juice, you get a nice foamy top
It
on there.
is. Yeah, it's pretty.
Normally, yeah, and typically with cocktails, the classic way to do that would be to use an egg white. But pineapple will do that just as well.
Exactly. I like it.
Ah, how nice.
I'm a fan of the Pineapple Princess.
Hey, it's good. It's slightly sweet, but not very.
The
pretty well
ginger ale
balanced, I
helps
think.
because this could go too sweet very quickly.
Easily, yeah. Yeah, and if you use a good ginger ale that's a little on the dry side, it's good. I forget what we used there. Was that
That's
Reed's?
Reed's.
Yeah, which is quite a nice blend. I think Verner's is pretty well known, and there's one that's quite hot. That's closer to a ginger beer.
I love
That's
that hot
great.
ginger ale. That's good. We got to get ourselves some of
I
that.
think we got to pick that up. And if you're of the type who's just like, oh, I just like a ton of spice in there, you could throw a ginger beer in there, and that would work, sure.
Right.
But yeah,
Yeah, this is good. Okay, so Pineapple Princess, 1.5 ounces of pineapple juice, about 1/3 of an ounce grenadine, 1/2 ounce lemon juice, shake with ice, strain into your cocktail glass, and fill with ginger ale.
et voila.
Et voila,
There we
Pineapple
go.
Princess.
That's the stuff. Hot stuff coming through. Actually, we have pretty good lighting, you know, for having wrangling 2 cameras here. This actually is it's working okay.
Yes, for those of you just
Interesting.
joining us, simultaneously doing this on Facebook and YouTube, which is kind of weird, and I hope the tech is okay. I hope you guys can see it.
Particularly you YouTube viewers, we haven't actually gone live on YouTube in quite a while, so I hope you're seeing everything right. It looks good from
We
here.
need to remedy that.
Looks good from here, you know, that kind of thing. And I do see we have 2 viewers there. I think we have about 3 or 4 up on Facebook. So, you know, for
right,
Monday
well.
morning, many people may be at work, and you know, some people may be at work and watching anyway.
Or
I've heard of
asleep.
that. Ha ha.
At work or asleep.
Or asleep. Yeah, this is very true. Yes, might be a brunch.
Lucky
day for
you if you're asleep.
Keeping it in, keeping it together. Let's try to see if I can
Exactly,
grab comments there.
exactly.
There we go. There's a 2 for 1. Yes, you said hi to Laura?
I did.
Oh, very good.
Yes.
Okay. She's hoping we have a marvelous Monday. Well, you know,
You too.
it's been very good so far. And this was the first item on the agenda. We have several others, and I think we'll get to them. We've had a good weekend.
hope so.
Shot a lot of video. We're going to be editing a lot of video. That's also on the agenda today. So if you watch our normal episodes, like tomorrow's, and we have some upcoming events. So, upcoming videos, that is. So be on the lookout for those.
We're starting to put together events for the year. If you would like us to appear at your event, please let us know. We're starting to plan our year. And we've got a couple of things already in the works that I'm very excited about. But not until summer, which is kind of a bummer. So if you have something you'd like us to appear at before summer, let us know, because I need to get away.
We can't stay.
To be honest with you, I need to get out of here.
We can't stay in cryogenic suspension until the end of May. I'm just going to
Right.
put it that way. And sometimes around this part of the country, it feels like you need to get to about May 25th before it's like, oh, it's finally defrosting. It's like, oh, gee, guys, please. I need to put my plants in the ground before then. You know?
Exactly.
But we've had that. And the truth is, it's been okay bit so far. We had a little bit of snow recently. It was advertised as snow Mageddon, and no, that was more like a couple inches of fluffy stuff. It was nothing. I don't really care to shovel any snow, but if I'm going to shovel snow, that was a big mediocre.
If you're going to shovel snow, it's better to have less than more.
I'll take that. I can vouch for that. Are we slightly off center here too? Like we can just tilt it a little more towards you. I hope this doesn't affect our other bit here. That's probably a little better. Yeah, that's okay.
Slightly,
Still,
but whatever.
it's good. It's
What
good.
else?
Yeah. I was just seeing a lot of beam over here, and I think we didn't usually see that, and we're not actually an architectural show showing you like the fine construction of this house and things like
See,
that.
we've got one person watching on YouTube. Thank you for hanging in there.
Yes.
Whoever's watching on YouTube, thank you
Appreciate
for
that.
hanging in.
You're probably not our typical audience because we have not actually gone live on YouTube in a while, but we're intending
Hi,
to
Doug.
do more of those. So be on the lookout, and I suspect we're just going to have to advertise that a little bit more and get more people who are on that platform taking a look, because there's billions of people using, and hey, we post this to YouTube every week. Also up on Facebook and Instagram, various places.
Gail, hello. Good morning.
If you are right now saying, gee, I've been doing Facebook for a while, but I really got to get off it for whatever reason, a lot of people come and go with these things. but you're a big Instagram user, look for our videos on Instagram, or look for videos on YouTube. You know, we can be found. You don't have to leave us behind just because you feel like I have to leave this platform for a while. I understand that. You know,
Okay.
some people it can be a real hassle sometimes.
You know the good news about these mocktails?
What's the good news?
When it runs out. Aloha. Oh, okay.
Oh,
Oh,
alright.
so orange out in the coffee. Oh, that sounds good.
Oh, I've done that, and that's an excellent idea.
So the good news about these mocktails is I can have another one.
Yeah, that is a good
right
thing.
now.
Yeah,
They're going down quickly. It's okay.
you could mix up another. Would you like to?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I would.
Would you like me to make something in the meantime?
Yeah, why don't you make yours and then I'll make another one.
can
I'll
do
make this
such
one
things.
again.
Just improvise something this morning with the help of this young lady who knows what she's doing. So what we're
I like
going to
that he
do?
called me young.
Yeah, there you go. What's that line from the Divas Christmas Carol? Where
Oh, yeah.
She's like, I got to get obscene here for a second. You know, you skinny bitch, and she's like, did she call me skinny?
Yeah.
This is a building glass, so I got a fun little glass here. I believe this is called the Flintstone glass, or
Driftwood.
a driftwood glass.
Glass.
Big fun. It's kind of a light violet. It's almost a little brown, actually. A fun one that we found somewhere. So I'm going to give myself a
Somewhere.
substantial handful of ice. Not standing in ceremony. I'm not going to go looking for the tongs right
Well,
now.
oh, we have 2 people on YouTube now.
Hey,
Thanks for sticking with us.
thank you. We had one before. We got a like too. Thank you.
I know.
Appreciate the
Oh,
like.
Thank you.
Feel free to comment on YouTube. Anybody on Facebook is commenting because they know the drill. Just keep it up. I'm trying to monitor both platforms over here. It's a lot of fun.
You gotta bear with us. We're probably not gonna do a great job of this the first time.
First time out, you
but-
try these things, but at least we've got cameras level and things are lit and all sort of thing. And but not us because this is Mocktail Monday, so we won't get lit. So this is. I've actually need.
Oh yes, Laura, I completely agree.
Hmm.
It's a great time to surround. Winter is a great time to surround yourself with
Yeah,
island
seriously.
decor and tropical trees. Absolutely.
Well, Doug just gave a really simple idea. Like
Yeah.
grab the orgeat and throw it in your Java. If you take it sweet, you know, you don't actually take anything in your
Take
Java
my coffee
anymore.
black, no sugar.
But I will actually put in some lightener, and I am not opposed to throwing in something that's like a flavored sweetener. So I've done that myself. And if you don't know what the hell orgeat is, it's an almond syrup. And if you are wondering where do I find that, many places today. But the simplest would be to go to your local coffee shop and see if they sell syrups, because they may well. And the Torani line of syrups tend to be widely available, and they actually make a very good orgeat, as far as I'm concerned. So what I've done here is I've made Earl Grey syrup. Ooh, how did I do that? Well, the way you might do that is to make some really strong Earl Grey and sweeten it up, and basically that's what I did, although I made like a cup of it, so the scale is a little off.
I do 1 to 1.
This was probably not 1 to 1, but I made a very sweet, very strong Earl Grey, and that's your syrup. And
When I make tea syrup, I use 1 part tea, 1 part sugar.
gotcha. Yeah, that's a very reasonable
And it's
thing to
really
do.
easy.
Yep.
Works. So
I think it passed me
same
the
with coffee.
opener, please.
Yeah. Same with coffee. Coffee syrup, I just do 1 to 1.
Yep. And that's a very reasonable thing to do with coffee syrup.
Yeah.
And if you have that coffee syrup, what you could do is throw that in a glass of milk, and you've got a coffee milk.
Coffee milk.
Now there's a Rhode Island special,
Say the
folks.
official drink of Rhode Island,
Yeah,
isn't it?
just a line for you if you want to know about some specialties of New England. I'm going to fill with tonic water. We happen to have some Q tonic right here. It's a little small, so I chose a small glass. But it's very good tonic. If you could pass me a stir stick of some kind,
Sure.
please.
How about a straw?
A straw would be just swell.
Except now I can't reach the straws.
I can't reach the straws.
Here.
Oh my. Take a straw, will you?
We cleaned out the bar and now I can't reach the straw.
Take my straw, please. Hey,
Okay.
4 viewers up on the YouTube.
Yay!
Thanks for joining us, folks. It's
Thank you for joining us this morning.
unusual to see us doing a mocktail live. I guess we've done it before, haven't we? Maybe once
We
or
did a
twice.
mocktail live last spring.
Okay. So here we are, less than a year later, doing it again.
Mocktail Monday.
And it's unusual to see us on both platforms. Well, you're not watching us on both platforms unless you have 2 phones.
You're watching us on one or the other.
You're watching us one or
but
the other,
anyway.
you know. But so you don't know, but we're telling you.
I'm dying to try this because this was my idea. So,
Yeah, that works
all
pretty
right,
well.
let's see.
It takes a second for all the flavors to come out of that. What we're really trying to do here is to say, if you were to do like a gin and tonic without the gin,
I was going to say, it's like a virgin gin and tonic.
virgin gin and tonic, It's kind of like, I want a martini, but non-alcoholic. And it's like,
Since that's all booze.
well, we've innovated that before too, and it came out pretty well.
That
But
is like a virgin gin and tonic.
gin and tonic without the gin. This is pretty darn good.
Wow.
I like that.
Mind blown.
A little bit of the sweetness does help this, because I think it'd be too dry otherwise. But it's not cloying, and it does still have that bitterness from the tonic.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
Oh boy, give me like a picture of these at some event so I can have these all
I
day long.
know.
And I'm not going to be looped.
Well, you could sit there at your desk all day.
Oh, here
Oh.
we go.
Hi. Oh,
Hello,
Laura's
Laura.
there too.
Hey, what do you
Oh,
know?
okay, good. We're trying to.
Trying to read comments. Switching platforms here.
Oh, hi. Well, thank you for joining us on YouTube. I'm so excited.
Yes.
Okay, this might be a thing for us now. Well, we ordered a live event camera, which with that one little camera, you can go live everywhere. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, things I've never heard of.
Periscope. Haven't been there in a
But
long
we're
time.
not going to have it until probably April.
Yeah.
So,
So there's
so we're going to be stuck with this setup.
there's a big
until
secret
then,
out of the
but,
bag, but
yeah.
we'll do something clumsy for a while and see how it works. We just need to have battery power. And that's like Laura and Lisa has actually joined us. Just by
Yay,
chance.
Lisa!
Thanks for joining in. It is unusual to see us
Yay.
live on the YouTube. We're still live on the Facebook, of course. I'm actually
Yeah, we're
looking
doing it simultaneously on YouTube and Facebook.
as if I need to. I'm looking between cameras. Ah, there you go. Back to camera 2.
I know. It's
But,
it's
we-
very Hollywood.
We're trying to do more places just because.
It's
And
very Hollywood without the production values.
so expect we will be attempting to do our normal live Thursdays on both platforms. Probably from now on. It's going to be interesting to see how that works, particularly since that happens in the evening. Here we are at about 11 a.m. Eastern, and I don't think that internet traffic is that heavy right now. Some people are still asleep, but around 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern when we usually go live. It's pretty heavy on the cable there. So it's going to be interesting to see what the quality looks like with like two pipelines here. But we'll give it a whirl because that's that.
And we'll hope that camera gets here early because that's supposed to fix a lot of our technical problems too.
It'll be easier to go from one
These
camera.
live videos, they look good on the phone, but then when you look at the playback later, you're like, oh,
Wow,
yeah.
I
not
still blame that
cool.
on
Hi,
our
Shane.
connection, and what the heck, that could be.
Yeah.
Three
So
guys.
anyway, hopefully, just keep your fingers crossed that they ship that camera on the soon side.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Anyway, well, Laura was actually just appreciating the fact that we talk about regional items, recipes, things. She was mentioning the bitters from Brooklyn, which are well worth your time. Brooklyn is making
Definitely.
everything these
Definitely.
days. Criminy. So you can find a lot of products that say Brooklyn, most of which are actually made in Brooklyn.
The camera we ordered is from Brooklyn.
The camera's from Brooklyn. Flipped my lid.
So.
And I will say that it's and you talk about what's things that we have down south. I'm like, oh well, there's some interesting things from that
know.
direction of the country too. I think a lot of pickled things. I was immediately thinking of okra pickles, which are actually quite good. And then there's those pickled.
Shane, it's Martin Luther King Jr. Day here, so.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's why we're here.
Yep.
So and then there's
Holiday.
those eggs that are soaked in the Kool-Aid, which just look bizarre, but are apparently very popular. So
Yeah.
that's a very regional thing. And then fried pickles have made their way around the country as well.
Yeah, that's really. Because I remember
I don't
the
know if
first
that's
time
a
I ever
Texas
saw.
thing or an
The
Oklahoma
first
thing.
time I ever saw fried pickles was at Tony Paco's in Toledo.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow. And
What
we
the heck?
got them. They were so good.
Yep.
And then now you can get them everywhere.
They spread around.
So,
That's the thing. So regional foods make it around. Hey, the internet shows you all sorts of things. That's the upside of the internet. You all know about the downside, and we're not here to talk about
well, I was
that.
going to say, we don't need to talk about the
No.
downside of the internet.
We're the upside.
So anyway, I want to make my drink again because it ran out.
Because you're out.
She hand
And
me
you can do
another
that.
Shaker, please?
Coming your way.
Thank you. I know. I could reach down and get my own shaker, but I don't want to mess up my hair. Thank you. And that's just the truth.
Hey,
Okay.
you spend time on a do. You want it to do what it does, right?
Okay, so that's correct. You are correct. All right, so this is the Pineapple Princess, and it's named after the Annette Funicello song. So we already know it's good because I just made it. Gonna give some ice. Wow, not much ice is there.
Of course, we have Shane saying, forgive him for coming from north of the border. I'm thinking, you don't have the day, which means that you're watching from work. Ah,
Are you at work, Shane?
good thing it's a mocktail. No, boss, it's not really a cocktail in there. I'm not watching booze.
Okay, so
Do whatever the hell you want.
1.5 ounces of pineapple juice.
Mhm. I really appreciate having a 1.5 ounce
Yeah,
shot.
I do too.
This is literally a shot and a pony. Shot,
Oh,
and that's the
I
pony.
need you to go get the lemon juice again, though.
Actually,
Oh, you brought more?
I wisely kept it around.
Okay.
I thought I might use it.
I wasn't planning to use lemon juice, so I didn't squeeze any this morning. So
Yep.
that's just
Thought about it later.
that's just that.
Sometimes use the bottle. This happens to be Santa Cruz Organic. It's very good. We also have used the Nelly and Joe's key lime.
I
It's very
prefer
good.
fresh squeezed, but
Yep. If you were making
We
a
didn't
really
think about it.
huge punch and you were facing the prospect of squeezing like 85 limes, you might go, couldn't I use some bottle? And you know the dirty secret? Yeah, you could. I would probably do maybe 3/4, 1/4. Squeeze some fresh in there.
Yep.
It'll give you that fresh flavor just to top it up. But you know, it's not like the bottle is rotten. It just tastes a little bitter.
so
So
that was 1.5 ounces of pineapple juice, 1/3 of an ounce of grenadine, and 1/2 ounce of lemon juice.
shake, 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 shake.
All right. Strain into your cocktail glass.
You have a waiting cocktail glass since, after all,
I know,
you've
and
done
it's
this.
still foamy from the first one.
Yeah.
And then fill with your chilled ginger ale.
Mhm.
And these are both good. I'm happy with these. I don't like my mocktails to be too sweet.
And Shay says, haven't had a drink in 7.5 years. That's where you're on Mocktail Monday.
All right, well, we got
You
two
could
for
have
one
this,
today.
and you'd say, hey, that's really good. And you could have this, and neither of these have like any alcohol whatsoever. And this actually tastes an awful lot like a gin and tonic.
I'm a fan of this.
Switching platforms.
Mmm.
Oh yeah, 1/3 ounce. I'll see professional
I know.
recipes some places that will be like 1/6 of an ounce. What the hell kind of a shot, graduated shot, actually gives you 1/6 of an ounce?
You could do a 1/2 ounce. I just, you know, like I'm very leery, since this is really juice based, I'm very leery of having it be too sweet.
Well, you can also take a look at this thing and say, well, 1/3 is right about there,
Yeah.
that kind of thing, and you might make that work. I eyeball that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
In many cases, the difference between 1/3 and 1/2 is just not going to be anything at all. With juice, probably not, as long as you balance it with something that's on the sour side. The difference, where it will make a difference, is if you're using really strong flavors, like strong herbals. You decided to, you're doing a cocktail, for instance, and you decided to use chartreuse. Yeah, that's pretty strong. Or Pernod, that's
Hello,
pretty strong.
Shelley. Good morning. Can you
Yes,
read
I can.
yeah, go back to Facebook.
Thank you, vampires.
Yay!
And it's fun on a Monday. We happen to have the day off, so we decided to just go live for this thing. We're going to both platforms, and these are mocktails, so you can have a lot of fun, and no real consequences there.
I know.
Yeah, a few calories perhaps, but not that many.
But these are so small. I mean, I'm not saying, I mean, they definitely have the calories, and this one has a lot of sugar, but it's small enough that 2 of these would probably be equal to like 1 serving of the juice.
Yeah, when you think about it, so you put many other things in there.
Mm-hmm.
Doug's giving a thumbs up to Sally and Joe's, or Nelly and Joe's, I think it is.
Yeah.
Consistent mixing, especially when limes are priced at an arm and a leg.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they've been going up and down, and like one store over here is usually something like $1 a shot, and then the other one
my
is
gosh.
like
Good morning,
8 for
John.
2, or like 8 for $1, and I think just you got to check your stores.
Oh, can you see?
Yeah,
Got more comments coming in.
1/3 of an ounce equals 2 teaspoons.
Yep.
Oh yeah, it's just these.
Yep.
There's such bizarre things about such. The fact is, you know, here in the States, we have to think of 2 systems, don't we? Oh, we don't have to think about metrics. Yeah, until you buy a liter of soda, or until you buy like 2 liters of soda, or I'm trying to think of what else out
Metrics.
there is like that.
See you later, Shane.
Or in liquor, 750 milliliters of liquor. So you do have to think about both systems, actually.
Yeah.
And it's not particularly hard. You know, a 750 is the equivalent of a fifth, what they used to call a fifth. And then a liter is the equivalent of a quart. There's not much difference there. You can, as long as you get that in your head, you know what you're doing. If you want to know how many drinks for a party, that's a different thing. Drinks for a party here, you're just kind of doing them one by one. That's pretty easy.
I make punch. I'm not standing here shaking drinks one by one for a party.
Yeah, at a party you just make a
I
bunch.
don't have time for that.
And we make both kinds of punts. We had a party recently where we had Kir Royale, which is an alcoholic drink, and a non-alcoholic Kir Royale, which
That
was
worked really well,
very
actually.
good. I think that was pear cider. It was like a non-alcoholic
Yeah,
pear
we
cider
and raspberry syrup.
and raspberry syrup. It was literally the same thing using a different mixer, and it was slightly sweet. You could always throw a little
Sniffly.
lemon in there if you wanted, but it was very good. So, we like to provide all of these choices because after all, people drive. Some people don't do. Some people want to take a break.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that doesn't mean I don't happen to like a Manhattan on a typical weeknight, but I'm not having one right now because it's Mocktail Monday. So
It's also the morning. Hi, Casey.
we haven't even quite hit noon, so
A little early to start drinking. I
it would
think.
be, wouldn't it? No, of course, brunch is a different sort of thing, and many times at
Hi,
brunch I
Bob.
might mix something up, but you could do one of these for brunch and feel like, yeah, that's really good. So we got Casey G, hello, and we just mixed up something that tastes like a non-alcoholic G&T. Now that's a very New England kind of a thing.
Oh, yeah. It really does taste like a gin and tonic. No
Pretty amazing.
booze.
This was 1 ounce of Earl Grey syrup. Earl Grey syrup I just made by making a very strong cup of Earl Grey and getting it very sweet. If you were making syrup and you wanted to be like, well, I want to make a large quantity, it's like 1 part this, 1 part that.
I was going to say,
one
when
part
I
of your syrup,
when
one
I
part
do
of your
tea syrup, I do 1 part of the tea to 1 part sugar.
So,
That's an easy way to remember.
yeah, just mix it right in. It's very sweet, very concentrated flavor. Toss that in over some rocks in the glass, and then I filled up with tonic. Standard tonic
I
water.
really want to do a little lemon in there too, but
I'm happy with this right now. But lemon wouldn't kill anything if you threw a squeeze in there.
yeah, that
Oh,
tastes.
as vampires know, unless you're in Vegas, it's okay to drink at 8 a.m.
I know.
Oh, I'm thinking about Frankie's there, which is
Well,
open
like when I'm in
all
Vegas,
hours.
I do drink at 8 a.m.
Yeah, jeez. Frankie's, which is open all hours, you go in there at like 3 in the morning. It's just like, I'd like a zombie. It's like, well, you'll be one at that hour if you go for that. And by the way, we'd have pinball. I mean slots.
Pinball.
Yeah, pinball. They don't know how to pinball.
They don't have
They have
pinball.
slots. But fine place, fun stuff.
And then I'm having the Pineapple Princess, which was 1.5 ounces of pineapple juice, 1/3 of an ounce or 2 teaspoons of grenadine, 1/2 ounce lemon juice, shake with ice, strain into a cocktail glass, and fill with chilled ginger ale. It's really good. They're both good. I'm happy with these.
Hey, we have
Couple
Bob too.
winners.
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely. Yes, I'll try this again. Yeah, that's really good because it actually has a sort of a bitter edge in there. And I'm trying to remember why that might be. You've got
Well, it's got the lemon.
juice. The lemon, yes.
Yeah.
That's actually making that happen. So, but it's a good combination. The foaminess, actually, the nature of it reminds me of a Royal Hawaiian. And it almost has that flavor
Thank
profile.
you, Laura.
But it doesn't have any of the orgeat. So,
That was on YouTube.
yeah.
Yay. Oh my gosh, we got a lot of comments.
Oh yeah, and actually we're getting quite a few people on YouTube. It was a little slow to pick up, and I thought we didn't announce it. This is all impromptu.
I
No one's going to
know.
find us. But if you're hitting the YouTube for whatever reason, you might see a notification. I'm glad you did. It can be very easy to be buried on the platform, so we try to
It's for those of you just joining us. We're simultaneously doing this on YouTube and Facebook for the first time ever, and
Oh,
we'll see how it works. You
Yeah.
know,
so far it's like quality is okay.
we gotta learn. We gotta learn these things.
I'm
so.
seeing like good quality here consistently, and then on the playback, and I'm like, is this because we're
It's
doing
morning.
this at 10 a.m.? Maybe we need to do this more often.
Need to do our videos when people aren't online. But
Yep.
but the irony of that would be if you do it in the morning so that your tech can be good. Nobody sees it because
Nobody's
nobody's
watching.
online, which is why your tech is good.
Yeah, which is why your tech is good. Everybody's at work; they can't watch videos. Well, they're not supposed to be watching
Conundrum.
videos. Thank you all who have tuned in,
Sneak out and watch.
who have to be in office today.
Sneak out and watch.
I happen to have gotten the day, so we decided to actually just make this one go live and have a little fun with it.
Exactly.
So that's where you're getting. It's a 2 for 2 for 2 platforms and 2 cocktails. Mocktails. I keep saying cocktails. This is a mock. There's no booze in this. Still quite good. And I would make another as I'm getting low, but I'm very low on the tonic. It's a small bottle.
Oh.
Got to get a larger bottle of tonic. I got to find larger bottles of tonic that don't have spurious sweeteners. Just saying that.
Well, I suppose you could We could drag out some other ingredients and experiment.
We have a question. Where'd you get the killer lamp? Now which lamp is showing?
Oh, this one?
This guy back here?
We got the base at a thrift store in New Hampshire. And I got the lamp shade at home.
At home. Yes, that's right.
Which was a very weird experience.
It can be.
I don't know. I mean, I never heard of that chain at home until we got one. And I went in, and this place is huge, and they have
Big
everything.
warehouse.
I mean, you've probably all been there, but
Yeah.
I'd never heard of it. And then I went in there, and they had a lot of really good stuff. But then I went up to the register to pay, and the first thing they said to me was like, "Oh, will you be taking this with you today?" I'm like, yeah.
I paid.
That's why I'm buying it.
Yeah.
But
I guess I could leave it here.
I guess people don't. I guess people buy things there, and I don't know.
Is this layaway?
Yeah, it was really weird.
Interesting. Anyway.
But I love the shade.
Yeah.
It's,
No, that worked. It was a
it's
while
ve-
before
it's-
we had a great
I don't know if
shade
you
for
can
this.
tell like how glittery it is,
Yeah.
but it's just.
Yeah, and this is one of those that has a bulb in the base, which is very cool. So that worked very well. Now let's see here
Oh,
if I
yeah.
can catch that.
I think that
Oh,
was...
Casey switched to YouTube. Hey.
Oh,
Okay.
hi. Hi on YouTube.
Hey, we actually got somebody who switched platforms. All
Oh.
right.
Yeah, I know. It's a very odd question, isn't it, Laura? Like, yeah, that's why I'm buying it. And then the next time we were in there, we went to buy something, and it was just something, it was an afterthought. So we got, oh, thank you. So anyway, that one's on YouTube. Trying
Yes.
to keep the comments straight.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah, we're seeing them. We're seeing them fly, and they're tiny, tiny type. So that's why I get the laptop up here to help me out.
So the next time we went into at home, I think it was like something for the grill, like a grill brush or something.
Mhm.
And we went up to the line, and there was one, it was like a family, I guess, in front of us. And we waited and waited and waited. It took so long. We put the brush back and left. It was like half hour.
Nobody didn't open up a second register. We're just waiting.
Yeah, there were
around,
like all these registers that had
this
no
is
one working at them.
This is a huge warehouse. They have like 6 checkout counters. Now, as is the case with a lot of retail these days, they're not always stocked. Even if we go to Walmart, they don't always have somebody with that register. But typically, what does the store do? Call someone to the front and take care of that. Clear that out.
Crazy. Hi, Lewis.
Crazy nuts. And for a glow brush, what the hell? We just went somewhere else and got it. It was done. You know?
I know, you get out of bed and we're on Facebook.
Hey!
We gotta do this more often.
Well, could be fun. You just did an impromptu one on Friday because you
I
had
did.
you had a project
did,
that
that
you were
was
putting
fun.
together, and it was quick and it was good. It was easy, and this setup is a little complicated, but we're attempting to do more of this in the future. So if you prefer one or the other, you will tend to
Yes.
find us both places from now on. And certainly with the edited videos, we've had them both places the whole time. So you can always go to YouTube, you can always go to Facebook, and find us there. Sometimes
That
Instagram.
mocktail's gone, but I
Mhm.
kind of am in the mood. I'm not drinking, but I can't talk.
Yeah.
I
well,
kind of am in the mood to make something else.
Well. Aha.
What?
Laura is actually name checking, self checking. Yeah, well, we do that at Walmart. That's a way to
I
survive.
try not
at
to go into
Walmart.
Walmart.
Oh, jeez,
I
it's
just try not to do that.
madhouse.
It's.
We had one suggestion.
I always tell the
about-
story about how Walmart makes me cry, so I try not to go in there.
And you know something? Our local does not always have like everything at the lowest price and all that big promise. You know, there's competition. It's right down the pike there. You can check it out, and you may do perfectly fine. All these big box stores do very similar things these days. So, kind of take your pick.
Do you have more Earl Grey tea made?
I guess more over my teammate. We had a suggestion from Laura that ginger and pineapple are best buds.
Oh yeah.
We have
Well, we have ginger seltzer.
we have ginger seltzer.
I
We
was
also
thinking
have
of-
the ginger extract, if you're interested.
Okay.
I'll bring everything
Yeah, I
over.
was thinking of pulling out a few more things. Why don't you pull out the coffee syrup too? As long as you're going.
Oh, okay.
We thought we would just do. Hi, Wilma. We thought we would just do one today, one drink, and here we go. We've done 2 so far, and we're having fun and people are here, so let's make more. Hope everyone's having a good morning. I'm trying to be centered. This is so weird. We've got two phones going and they're going different ways. So like when I dance, it's like I'm dancing with myself. It's very strange. But anyway, we're gonna make some more. We need more ice too. Is there more ice in here?
There's more ice in here.
Okay, good.
Yep.
All right, so ginger.
Throw some things at you.
Got
and I'll
ginger
get you
seltzer.
some more of the Earl Grey.
Ginger extract. This stuff is pretty strong in a good way. And we got some coffee syrup here too. So let's play. Oh, we have ginger ale. Oh, I got two ideas.
2 for 2.
Got two ideas. Do you want me to tell you my idea or do you want to come up with your own idea?
Why don't you work your first idea and then we'll
Okay.
work towards the second idea.
So,
That's an ounce of Earl Grey. Still
Thank
working on
you.
this guy over
Okay.
here.
let's see. I'm thinking, let's do,
Oh,
all right.
2 ideas.
I know, can't stop me. I'm going to be bloated from all this fluid, but
That's the side effect.
give me some ice. please.
However, you will not be
Thank you.
not be impaired at all because it's Mocktail Monday.
I could go drive,
2 for
but
2 for.
I'll be too bloated from all this fluid.
Yeah, you need to drive to the emergency center to take care of the bloat.
Oh, hospital? All right.
There we go.
Okay.
There we had a scoop.
So, an ounce of Earl Grey tea.
Syrup.
Oh, syrup. I thought it was tea.
We have both. You want the tea?
Well, no, now that I've used the syrup, I'm going to pivot.
I'm going to pivot. Yes,
I wouldn't
we'll do that.
pivot.
Yeah.
All right. Let's
I
see.
thought you were name checking syrup.
I thought I was doing. All right. An ounce of Earl Grey syrup. And
You say hi to Wilma and Lucy.
I did.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. All right, I'm not going to do that.
Oh,
with my
Doug is
apple
name
pie
checking
one.
crystallized ginger. That is an excellent
Oh, yeah,
garnish
we have
for
that
such
too.
things.
We have that.
Yep.
So let's do a half ounce of the lemon.
That's about right.
Oh, believe me, I use these glasses all the time. I know. Okay.
You get the clue after a while where things are.
Okay, so an ounce of Earl Grey syrup, half ounce of lemon. I think I'm gonna. Hi, Peter. I think I'm gonna add some bitters. Pardon me.
Sure.
All right. And I'm gonna try to reach the straws. Here we go.
That'd be good too.
All right. Ta-da! Okay.
Ha ha ha. Bing bong bing.
Angostura bitters.
Yes. Which technically contain alcohol. If that's your issue with these things, you can't have any whatsoever, then you
That was
want to omit
4
those.
dashes.
But you might find something bitter yourself to do. It is possible to make a non-alcoholic bitters, like a cocktail bitters, and basically make mocktail bitters. Yes.
Let's
you
try
would
to
have
remember
extract
what we
that differently.
did so we can send them to our Patreon folks.
Mhm.
Okay. And then fill with ginger seltzer. Oh, we're almost out of this too.
We have another bottle.
Okay, good.
I did get a couple. That's our local supermarket actually makes that as a house
Ooh,
brand. Boy, 2 for
That's
2
good
turned into
too.
4 for 4.
that's good too.
Oh yeah, it's like it's kind of like a very light ginger ale.
See, I was
The
thinking
sweetness
it's
is way
kind
down.
of herbal.
Yeah,
I'm really getting the tea.
yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah, now I'm getting that.
another good.
It kind of like slips into you like afterwards.
Another
You
good
go,
highball.
"Oh,
All right.
Another good one.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
I should write this down. Can you excuse me, please? Let me get the book.
I could actually want to dictate. Paul.
All right.
Leave it.
So this was
Okay.
1 ounce of Earl Grey syrup, which if I were making the Earl Grey syrup, I would do 1 part Earl Grey tea to 1 part sugar.
Mm-hmm.
And a half ounce lemon juice, 4 dashes of Angostura bitters, fill with your chilled ginger seltzer. And then the Pineapple Princess, which I did first, was, wait for you to catch up.
Mm-hmm. Longhand, folks.
I was gonna say you need to learn shorthand.
I use a lot of shorthand in these things, which can be a little cryptic later on when you say, "What does that mean?" I'm looking.
The number of times when I
interesting,
text him the next day, I'm like, "What was that?"
And I'll say, "Take a picture of the note," and I'll try to decipher. And sometimes I can.
Okay, so Pineapple Princess
Fast writing.
was 1.5 ounces of pineapple juice, 1/3 of an ounce grenadine or 2 teaspoons, 1/2 ounce lemon juice, and chilled ginger ale. And that was you shake everything but the ginger ale, strain into your cocktail glass, and fill with ginger ale.
In this case, it's a mocktail glass.
Mocktail glass. Although we don't have separate glasses for the cocktails and mocktails because that would be weird.
It would be like kind of keeping a kosher kitchen, which, you know, there's a very specific commandment to do that. But in this case, it was like, that would just be weird.
There's a reason for that. There's no reason for this.
You fill with ginger ale on the Pineapple Princess?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm.
Again, if you prefer to have a really hot ginger ale, you can fill it with ginger beer. And get that kick. I like that kick.
Or the hot ginger ale.
And actually, this stuff is really great for that kick without adding any sweetness. It's just an extra.
I know.
This is made by Home Choice, I think is the brand. I think I've seen other ones on the market. Go into like the international aisle of your supermarket, or if you have a really good ethnic foods market out there, we have a couple locally, take a look for this sort of thing. It's a really great
Hi,
mixer.
Julie.
And in this case, we're trying to have something that doesn't contain alcohol, so there you go. Because we will also use, say, ginger liqueur and things and cocktails, and it's great. It's very good. If I'm specifically avoiding any kind of liqueurs or whatnot, I want to have that flavor, and this is very concentrated, so it's got that. Well, that was good.
I want to use that, but
Well,
I was
why don't
also
you,
thinking something with the coffee syrup.
did you want to, we were talking about doing something with ginger pineapple by request, or was that
We
on
could
your
do-
mind?
Well, we could, but we've got ginger ale and ginger seltzer.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have, we have that seltzer clementine, or what was that?
We do, I think it's out there.
Hibiscus?
Yeah.
Want me to grab it?
Sure. Why don't you
Be right
grab it?
back.
I'll grab a glass so that we can keep going here. There it is.
Here it is.
Careful.
Oh, lemon ginger.
Lemon ginger.
We can't get away from the ginger.
I tell you, it's just all over the place. I
Look
think
at
I would
the
do
pineapple.
another building glass here.
This one's lemon ginger. We can't get away from the ginger.
All right, I'm going to move
Ginger
this
ale,
back a bit
ginger
because
seltzer, other ginger
now
seltzer.
doing this business here. Lots of ginger. Well, you know, there's a reason that ginger is a popular sort of mixing flavor. It adds like a lot of heat and adds some spiciness. It doesn't typically add sweetness. So, and it punches up other flavors. It's like using salt in your candy making, or something like that enhances the sweetness. Sounds counterintuitive, but it works. And there are a lot of flavors that work in concert like that. Making mocktails, much like making cocktails, is a fairly culinary thing. So.
Oops, dropped the pen. Oh yeah, we gotta catch up on comments. How
Okay.
much syrup did you use in your first drink?
1 ounce.
Okay.
Pardon me, folks.
So his first drink, if you weren't here
Just
for
drop my
it,
straw.
we keep dropping things.
Yeah, well, I kind of booted it out when I was icing this thing.
His first drink really tasted like a non-alcoholic gin and tonic.
Yeah.
And it was 1 ounce of Earl Grey syrup, then he filled with his tonic.
Pretty simple. It was like build over rocks in your glass, give it a stir. If you're thinking, well, I like to have a slice of lime in my G&T, so in my
Do it.
my non-alc G&T, I'd like to have a slice of lime. Sure, why not? You can add a twist if you don't want like all that juice in there. That works fine. If you're just adding like sort of essence, if you say, gee, I'd like to kick up the ginger, you know, some of this extract wouldn't be a bad idea.
Hi, Dano.
So, hey, we got Dano here on the Facebooks. Yep. We are on 2 platforms today.
Yes,
If you're-
we're simultaneously
Simulcast.
broadcasting on YouTube and Facebook.
I know, it's kind of clumsy for us, but it seems to be working okay, and I think that's a testament to the fact that it is yet 11:40 a.m. Eastern Time. Pipeline hasn't got too clogged yet.
Okay, so
So you want to dictate to me, and I will make this happen.
let's start with the pineapple juice.
Okay. You take? Okay.
Why don't you do an ounce and a half?
All right, I happen to have that up right now, so that's easy enough to do the shot. And we're actually getting low on the PJ. Woo.
And then
All right.
let's do just a little bit of this.
Okay, this is ginger extract. It's called ginger flavoring from extract. It's the ginger extract is what it is. So a top
A dash.
dash. That's a dash. And boy, you open that up, wow, very strong ginger flavor. This would be
Yes.
great in cooking too. If you want to,
Okay.
if you're marinating something, you know, your
Half
ribs
ounce-
or your tofu.
Half ounce
So,
lemon.
Half ounce of your lemon. Where did I put the lemon? There we go.
We weren't planning to use lemon or lime juice,
So we don't have any squeezed.
so we don't have any squeeze, sorry. And
There
then
we go. That's a half an ounce.
fill with your lemon ginger sparkling water, they're calling it. This is
Yeah. Poland Spring.
Poland Spring.
They are competing with everybody else in this whole lineup of like non-sweetened but flavored seltzers. That was a craze back in the 80s, as I recall.
Oh yeah.
And I remember things that were like raspberry or cherry. Some of those flavors were pretty bad at the time. Contemporarily,
And they're still bad.
contemporarily, these are doing very well. Actually, I've tried this straight up; it's very good.
Oh yeah. No,
And if
that
you
is
just want
good.
like a little bit of flavor happening in your fluid, if you're trying to cut down for whatever reason, and
I have a good feeling about this one.
also popular just for people who are like, I'm just trying to cut down on the drinking, which is part of what we do here on Monday. Gentle stir. Give that a try. What do we have?
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah. But that has a nice little
I
edge
think
from
we
that
could.
ginger
I
extract.
think we could up the ginger extract slightly.
I think we could too.
2 dashes.
2 dashes. So break it out. Give me another dash.
Let me update that recipe.
Okay. That's probably all of a third of an ounce at the end of the day.
2
If you want that in a more
dash
exact measure.
is-
It's not particularly critical, although if you really pour it on that ginger, you're going to feel it.
Okay.
Yes. I pronounce it good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's a good one.
It burns.
Burns,
No,
it
I
burns.
like it. It's good.
Yeah. Well, that's actually good. Also, like in the morning, for instance, my throat usually takes a second to wake
That's
up.
right. Ah.
That's a pretty good way to wake it up. But definitely.
All right, we got comments to catch up on both places,
One
YouTube
second.
and
Sorry
Facebook.
here, because I've been actually on the other. Oh, got a good comment on your dress from Grace. Says,
Oh,
love it.
thank you.
Thank you, Grace. Isn't ginger an anti-inflammatory? I'm not sure, but that
I've heard that.
sounds plausible. Okay.
I have heard that.
I think we're the same about turmeric, which is a very popular thing for people to
Oh,
take
yeah.
in teas and infusions and things
We
like
gotta
that.
we gotta start.
Hmm.
We gotta do something with that.
Yeah. Very popular thing,
Shortlist
very
that
available.
one. Yeah.
I mean, I think we have a great Indian market locally, so I think we've had access to turmeric root for a long time and haven't really thought about it, but now it's all over the place, so, And we have a good Asian market that has some really interesting products.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, some of these are pretty spurious, but then some of them are just these herbal infusions and like, wow. this
Yeah.
is
No, we're
fascinating.
lucky to have these stores.
It's good to have around.
Yeah.
And then just like a local, I think it's a Latin market where I found that ginger, because they have a really large selection of Caribbean products, like a whole aisle. And there's a ton of stuff.
Oh yeah.
And things like,
It's great. You see things and you're like, I want to try that.
oh, interesting, and things like, hibiscus and sorrel to be able to use as flavorings. That's
Yeah.
it's very popularly used locally, and it's great stuff to have around. And then to be able to find things like tamarind soda. Now that's a pretty good mixer. Mm.
Yeah. Although
Pretty fun.
tamarind soda is pretty darn available these days.
It should be. Got it. Now let me actually switch back here and grab these comments. Here we go. Okay, so there's a question about what's the name on this thing that we just created with the EG syrup. I think it was the third drink we made. I don't know if we have a name for that yet.
I don't think we named it yet.
Oh,
So
okay.
if you have a suggestion,
We'll take suggestions.
throw it out there.
2 for 2 suddenly became 4 for 4, so.
I know we
what
were
the
gonna
heck?
do 2 drinks, and then just like we're gonna do this, and we're gonna log off, and then now
Well,
we've made 4.
we suddenly had an audience, so we would like to talk to them.
I know. Okay.
Another vote for tamarind. Yeah, it's actually, if you find a market that has the product,
I'm gonna write these down.
you'll find that in many forms. I've seen this syrup, actually commercially available syrup. I've actually seen the pulp, and I've made syrup from that. And it was very good, although it had the seeds, so it was a real pain to clean that bottle out at the end of that process. So that's, be warned, maybe use a mason jar. And I've seen the soda. I think Jarritos makes a very good soda, and it's got sugar, so I don't have to worry about that. And you can find actual tamarind itself, like whole, and you can find the paste. The paste looks like a really interesting thing to
And the
use
pulp.
in cooking. In the
Did you
pulp,
say the
I said the pulp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The paste sounds like a really interesting thing to use in cooking, like if you're doing a marinade and just like infuse that in with ginger and things like that.
Yeah.
And it would be very good, and you could use that and in your drinks too, of course. So a lot of fun to do with
It
tamarind.
makes me want to cook.
Yeah, we're getting very culinary over here.
I know. Like, maybe I want to cook with tamarind paste.
Well, recently I actually used the chimney out there to smoke some ribs, and I just had some charcoal. Happened to be coconut charcoal. I'm not saying that was better. It's what we had, and that was great. That worked really well as a smoker. I think there's a recommendation against that, but I wasn't trying to like
You don't follow rules.
Well, it wasn't that
Hi,
much in the way of
Jeanette.
ribs, so just gotta bear that in mind. Arriba con Jarritos, yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
Jarritos has great, nice flavored sodas and some unusual flavors from our perspective. Orange, yes, they've got a good
Definitely.
orange, but lime, it's not something you normally find in a soda. And then the tamarind, which is excellent. The other one I see sometimes is guanabana or soursop. And that, I think I've seen that as a soda and as a paste or a pulp. I've seen that as a pulp. And that's another flavor that kicks around.
Thank you,
That's
Laura.
fun to play with. I think we have done that. So, I don't know,
yeah.
we like to
Laura's
find
getting
these
hungry,
things and
too.
work with them. Well, we're getting on towards noon on the East Coast, so, and
I'm not
having
going to be
all
able
of
to
this-
eat because I've had all these mocktails. I'm feeling stuffed.
I'm done.
Too much fluid.
I don't know. I've all this ginger stimulating the stomach, and I may be interested in some food after this. So we'll see. We'll use some of this stuff in bag of us and cook with it.
I
and
know.
Show you the results.
Sugar high.
But if I actually decide to go out and throw something on the grill, we should put the camera up again, and we'll go from there.
I know. We should.
Yeah.
Of course, it's cold,
It's
but
20 degrees out there. Woof. Yeah.
if you want to
Yowza.
grill something, you go for it.
Yeah, we'll see.
You
how
go
it
for
is.
that, honey. I'll be
Oh,
inside
we-
waiting for that.
A week and a day ago, when it was about 63 out there,
That
yeah,
was
I was
different.
out. I was
That's
outside.
different.
I said I'm going to take advantage of this in January for sure. But not that I don't go firing up the grill at other random points in time when it's cold. But I'm switching back here. Calamondin is a Philippine lime. Oh, I've heard of that, I think. Oh, that was absolutely the wrong thing to do. Why did that do that? I've lost my page. Gotta get us back up on the Facebooks here. Come on.
I thought this was going too well.
Yeah, well, you know what? If it gets messed up on my playback over there, that's okay. I can get it back. If something gets messed up here, that would be a lot of fun to be teching out in the middle of a live broadcast. But, so, 4 for 4.
4 drinks.
Yeah, how about that?
All right, how long have we been
2 for
live?
2, 2 for
oh my
2, 2
gosh,
for 2.
almost an hour.
Hello. Was expected to be on for about 15 minutes.
minutes.
If you
Well,
build
you
it,
know,
they
you get
come.
us started,
If you build the mocktail, they will come. So,
hopefully.
but and again,
Please spread the word, tell your friends.
we're going to attempt to be going live on both platforms coming this Thursday, and we'll see how that goes until we get more advanced equipment that's going to be a bit of setup, and we're just going to have to make it work.
No, I was
So-
saying we ordered a camera that will allow us to simulcast to up to 5 platforms. So who knows? Maybe you'll see us on Twitter or something too, but it won't be here until April.
Yeah. So
So in the
I-
meantime, We'll be using the two phones technique.
I got to get another laptop for the
know.
playback.
Well, we need another laptop anyway. Our computer, well, one of our computers died, and I've got to say that having one working computer in this household is a big drag. So we got to shortlist that too.
Oh, and here's a note that grilling will warm you up. True. And when I'm out there and it's really bitter, I think, well, just put your hands over the top of the grill. That helps. And I never tried. How do cloves work in drinks? Now that's a very good point.
Well, we do cloves in Christmas drinks.
Yeah, we were talking about I was talking recently about strong flavors in liqueurs that you have to be aware of. And ginger itself, like this extract, if you had a heavy hand on that, that's pretty much all you'd get. Cloves are a very dominant flavor, so you do want to have a careful hand with it.
Sparing.
Here's an interesting point I happen to have in back of me. Falernum. This is an island syrup from, way back when, which actually is heavily flavored with lime and allspice and cloves.
Yep,
and I think some almond in there too. Yeah. I'm not sure that's the allspice. Yeah, there's lime, ginger, almond, clove. And that's it. And it kind of, when you can make this yourself, you can make it, basically it goes together overnight, so it's really fast. It all infuses nicely, and then you just sweeten it up, and you've got yourself a syrup that you can use in cocktails or mocktails. And it's got all of those flavors. The clove is really just like a handful of cloves, really very small amount.
But I've seen clove syrup too. Just straight up clove
syrup. Yeah, that's
You could do that. You could get some whole cloves and...
Yep. I'm suspecting the
like you would do simple syrup, but I would put the cloves in when it's hot.
Yeah, just to extract the flavor.
Right.
Because ordinarily what you would do
sit.
For an extract is to put that into some alcohol. Well, if you want to have that a non-alc version, then you would just do it. You could boil them.
Yep.
Like the way that we make ginger syrup, for instance. So, yeah.
Falernum.
N-U-M. That's it. Falernum.
Falernum.
Let me see. I'm not sure that we are correctly oriented.
We're
yes,
not.
We're actually backwards.
We're backwards on YouTube.
On YouTube. Falernum Elixir. This is actually Leilani's from Colorado. I'm not sure this is actually on the market, so maybe I don't want to display that too much. I think they are in their beta phase on their product, so you cannot necessarily order that, but I happened to procure a bottle. It was very good. And we made it here. You can find us, look up
we've made falernum.
How to make falernum on the internet, and you'll find some very good formulas. It's really easy. Yeah. So.
And good. Very worthwhile.
Some
tropical drinks call for it.
There are a couple of classics that call for the falernum that this is the flavor that you want in there. So.
Definitely.
Well, it's about an hour, folks. I think we've
had
some fun.
It's the time to
I guess it's about that time. Yeah. You got my big 2 for 2, 2 for 2, the big 4 for 4. Hello.
I know.
Been good for you.
Well, let's catch up on some comments.
Shall we?
And then
we'll do.
Sod off.
Oh, it's morning in Cali. Yes. You got it.
Yay.
And let me switch back over here. Yes. Yeah, no problem.
Do you want to bring the computer? You could bring it up here, too.
I'm probably good.
Okay.
The infused method more when making drinks. You know what's interesting, Willa and or Lucy, I'm not sure who's talking to me right now, but I have both of you, is if you were doing, I'll go cocktail for a second, and if you were doing something like, say your base is whiskey, for instance, put it in your shaker, take a nice long peel, lime, lemon, throw that in whiskey, let it sit for about maybe 20 minutes.
That's nice.
80 proof, starts like extracting the flavor. Then you put the rest of your ingredients in there, shake it up, pour, and you've got that lime essence that came out of there just by sitting there. But you have to let it sit. And we do that with hot stuff too. I've done that. Mr. Daring over here decides to use ghost pepper, that much, and just let that extract, and you get this drink that's wow. It's like a really heavy.
Just a few grains.
Yeah, very, very carefully.
Otherwise it would be undrinkable.
Could you do that with the mocktails? Sure. You would have to extract differently. I would probably use hot water. To start with. So.
Thank you, Lisa. Oh,
definitely.
That's so nice. Thank you.
Yep. Looking forward to Thursday, says Laura. Yes, yes.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, me too.
Yep. So we're going to give that a try, and we'll see how it works from here on in. It's going to be interesting. But this is all.
That it will.
Folks.
It'll be interesting.
It's all part of the adventure, honey. So,
So then we have to figure out how to, okay, we know how to finish this on Facebook. We
That's
gotta
easy
figure out
enough.
how to finish it on YouTube. So get ready for some awkward moments on YouTube, everyone.
yeah. Thanks, everybody on two big platforms.
Yes, thank you
For
for
two
joining
big-
us
two
this
big
morning.
cocktails.
This has been really fun.
I guess with two platforms, we really needed separate cocktails for each, so you got 4. Big fun, huh?
Okay.
So we're going to sign off from the one that I know how to do. As
Have-
always,
Have a fabulous week.
see you soon.
Bye.
Ping.
And then on
That's good.
YouTube. All right.
You're not going to see me
This will
soon
be
because I'm
fun.
still here. Let's
This will
see.
be fun trying to figure out how to end this.
Is that the one?
Oh, wait.
No, cancel that. And maybe it's that?
Okay.
Stop
End.
screwing.
Okay, we're ending.
Again,
Bye.
see you soon.